Alrighty, guys, welcome to Rad Trades. It is 10:36 in the morning in Australia. We are trading the Asia market. I did take two trades in the morning. About what time? Did I say two trades? I did take one trade in the morning. At 8:45 after having this variation pattern close and giving us, well, it was about to close, so I took it. And it showed, obviously it was engulfing this candle, not engulfing it completely where it swallowed the wick, which would have been a high probability, meaning that we're strongly moving to the upwards. It was a medium probability, hence, well, now we're in the consolidating phase. And it did close me out after I moved my stop loss a bit, but that's okay. That's what it's called, risk management. You manage your risk. Because after I started seeing this strong rejection, like it didn't want to move, I moved my stop loss to protect my gains. The little bit that I had, I didn't make much this morning. It was one of those things that could have gone either direction. Once it hit this, once I saw this, which is a very low momentum bullish candle and a very weak, like this is what I call a weak bullish candle. Like that is weak. Once I saw that, it was my first sign that, okay, we might be losing momentum towards the upside. Let me move my stop loss, protect my gains, the little gains that I had again, sadly. And yeah, let's see what happens. So I got stopped out right around there. And it's okay. Things happen, right? And now we're in this consolidating range. So I want to see what happens here and if we can get out. Now, the reason we're in this consolidating state right here is because of, if we look to the left, we will see another consolidating section. So we're just consolidating just like it did here and deciding where we're going to go. Now, here, the VWAP is on the bearish side. And here, the VWAP is kind of in the neutral side. It's kind of just undecided. So we're gonna see what happens. As long as it could just bounce out of this and get out, literally out of this zone, I will be interested in taking a trade right from this with a 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So let's see what happens. Really, trading is all about patience, and trading is all about just really patience. It's something that we have to get used to having in life. I know in life in general, we are not patient as a society at all. We're not a patient society. I'm trying to fix this real quick. There we go. We are not a patient society. We have learned to get things now instead of later. Trading is about learning to get things later instead of now. Because if you try to get it now, sometimes it's gonna not pan out well for you. So it's about learning how to be patient. Going back to the PPC, patience, persistency, and what's the next C? Confidence. So PPC, patience, persistence, and confidence. Those are the three things that you must have in order to succeed in trading. I haven't heard that saying from anybody in trading, at least the people that I do watch. Because obviously, as somebody who's learning, I do watch other traders to learn. And that's something that you have to do. Not only just trust in me, there's a few things that you can learn from every trader. Sorry. There's a few things that you can learn from every different trader. I think this music is putting me to sleep. It's called Cuban Nights. I need something more alive. Productive work music. Let's try this. Deep focus mix for programming / coding.
There's a lot of misconceptions about AI.
Is there anything that it might put me to sleep? I think it might put me to sleep, actually. I'm going to put Afro house music. Yep, there we go. It's a little bit more happy. I even feel the change. All right, back to it. So I haven't heard the PPC saying from any other trader. It was something I kind of came up with. Maybe there's a trader that has said it. I mean, they all say it in different ways: being patient, being persistent, and having confidence. And it all means the same thing, really. It's nothing different. When it comes to trading, being patient, being persistent, and being confident. Those are the things that are going to get you ahead. In trading, at least. And in life, really. Being patient, being persistent, and being confident. But yeah, so let's see how this pans out. We're 5 minutes into this recording. The point of this is to show the process kind of trading, and to kind of show the journey. So really, it's about showing the journey. I'm not trying to get anything out of it unless it comes to me, I guess. But really, it's just showing the journey of trading and showing the journey of escaping that 9 to 5. Most people right now are at work. I am at home, working for myself. Well, really, I shouldn't do this. I am working for myself. So technically, yeah, I mean, that's just the difference of lifestyle that you want to have. You know, some people enjoy their 9 to 5s, other people don't. And unfortunately, a lot of people are stuck in that 9 to 5 mentality that this is the only option for them. When in reality, there's a ton of other options that they could do. They just haven't been awoken to find that other option for them. So what do? Well, you gotta find somebody who motivates you. Sometimes these people haven't woken up because they haven't heard about it, or they think it's only made for the ultra rich, that dream. But you know what? Not every rich person comes from this lifestyle. And every rich person, even if they weren't rich but their parents were rich and they became rich because of their parents were rich because they were poor. They did something to change that aspect. And the same thing I'm trying to change myself, but I'm also trying to help other people realize that, and realize that, okay, you know, if they could have done it, I could do it too. And today it's so much easier to do than back in the day. Back in the day, the ways to become rich was either opening a store, like a physical store, right? Like a physical store, like a building or something. Real estate, or an invention, you know, stuff like that. But today's day, you can create a business out of nothing. Literally, you can create a business out of just consulting, speaking. It's controversial, but even OnlyFans. I think there was a study that came out, like 1 out of 4 girls, at least in the US, have OnlyFans. And I would probably bet that it's the same in Australia. You know, for me, it's not something I'd want to associate myself with, but in its own way, I do see the hustler point of it. There's just a way to make money. Some of them do it for a year, make the money there, and then they're done. In its own little thing, I see the point of it. Morally, in my opinion, if I was a woman, would I do it? Would I do it for a year and then get out of it and then go back to living my normal life? That's hard to say. That's hard to say, honestly. Would I do it if I was a woman? I don't know. In all honesty, I don't know. I'm 50-50. Probably not. I don't know. I am becoming more Christian, so probably not. You know, the more I become Christian, because I respect myself more, and I have, you know, I you know, I respect my body, you know. So probably not. But the thing is that I do admire the hustle. That's what it comes down to. I do admire the hustle. The hustle is admirable, you know. They hustle, they do the money, and then they're out. It's still hustling regardless. But the point is that whether it's that or whether it's something else or whether it's consulting, whether it's day trading, whether it's drop shipping, whether it's I'm trying to think more of online businesses. What other online businesses are good? Gym, that's a big popular one. Fitness industry, that is a big popular one. Fitness industry, social media, that is a huge one. And I feel like that's one that could still scale a lot. There's a lot of people that you admire. You know, like for example, me, I have a buddy, he's really strong, and he's getting me back into wanting to get back into the gym. I haven't worked out with him because he's busy and a lot of people want to work out with him. But you can tell the man's like, he's like rock solid huge, you know? And he hasn't built an Instagram following yet. But I know for a fact that as soon as he builds that social media following on fitness, and mind you, he hasn't done it yet. I know for a fact that if he comes out and creates content, bang, 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 that he's going to become very influential, and then he's going to have people calling him from left and right, different parts of the world, trying to buy his program, trying to get him to teach them how they can look like him. Because that's what essentially the world is. You sell something. And what is fitness industry selling? They're selling an image. So yeah, the point of this conversation is that you too, you know what, I'm gonna increase this a bit while we look at that. The point is that you too can build an image or build a business out of something that you want to do. You know, you don't have to necessarily have it all figured out. You know, it does take time, but the point is starting to do it. If you don't start to do it, then you're kind of SOL, and you're gonna be left behind, and you're gonna be working that normal 9 to 5 every day, Monday through Friday. Friday you're off, Friday night you're off, and you're just like, whoa, yes, let's enjoy life, yay. And then Saturday you're like, yay, let's enjoy life one more time. And then Sunday you're like, oh no, it's my last day of freedom, what am I gonna do? And then you're just back to this depressing state of, I gotta go back to work Monday through Friday again. Let me fix this, there we go. So that's the thing, guys, just figure out what you want to do, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Don't get left behind. There's a lot of people that have dreams out there. A lot of people have dreams, but unfortunately not all of them are going to be able to accomplish their dreams if they don't wake up and do something with their lives. Because if you don't wake up, then you're just gonna be in the same spot, and the same spot is where you're currently at, you know, and you don't want to be there. Clearly you don't want to be working for somebody else. Clearly you just rather be doing something different. I am starving. I made fried rice yesterday and it was really good. But my partner, she told me to leave her some fried rice, but honestly it was too good that I don't even know if I could leave her some fried rice. It's a good portion, but mind you, I eat about 350 grams to 400 grams per meal because I'm trying to put on weight. Mind you, I have a huge problem putting on weight. and it's good that I have a buddy who actually does this, because I think he could try to teach me how to put weight on, and he could probably coach me on putting weight and whatnot, but he's just very busy. But I know one day I'll try to convince him to train me and to help me gain weight. It is hard as somebody like me, like myself. I normally eat about 3 times per day, but that's still, I think, sometimes not enough. So it's something that takes time. I don't even know how we got back to the conversation. It's part of my ADHD. I'm sorry, but I don't know. Which part of it? But let me see. I'll tell you what, I saw some friends right now in Byron Bay. For those who are in Australia, Byron Bay is about, well, for those of y'all who don't live in Australia, I mean, Byron Bay is a place in Australia which is very popular. Beautiful beaches, beautiful coastlines. Really, probably, would I say some of the most beautiful beaches in Australia? I'd say it's a close second. Byron Bay, I'd say it's a close second. The Byron Bay area. The whole New South Wales. All right, for me, the best beaches that I have seen so far in Australia, mind you, I've only been to the east coast of Australia, would be in New South Wales state, in my opinion. So, like, it's just beautiful. The whole New South Wales is beautiful. Would I move down there? Yes, I really would. But right now, I have to figure out my visa first before I make any drastic moves anywhere. So that's another thing. I don't know why I got this song in my head right now, but literally it's in my head. I love it. I love it. Where is it at?
Before using Jobber, we were grossing about $500,000 a year, and now we're grossing nearly $3 million a year.
The size of our clientele tripled by using
Let's see if this
Jobber
time pops up.
because it was just that much easier to onboard new clients.
Maybe. Hey, isn't that the girl from Spider-Man? Looks like the girl from Mary Jane. Wait, I think that is Mary Jane. Maybe not. Oh well. Man, we are really going slow here, aren't we? Oh. I think maybe I confused the song. Maybe I know what song I wanted. There we go. That's the one I wanted. This one right here. That one. Who doesn't like that one? You know, these kids. Was it these kids? Oh, no, it wasn't these kids. Wait, is this a... These kids right here. These kids right here. There's a video of them that surfaces, actually, that resurfaced, of them playing in their old college, campus, actually. With a little small group. They couldn't have been more than probably 15 people. I'm assuming it was their friends just playing outside one of the dorms, and they were just blasting around with this song. And it's pretty inspiring because you see the beginnings of people to where they are now. You know, people might make fun of you. Who knows? Maybe somebody made fun of them. You're like, haha, you're never gonna do nothing. You're in college and you're wasting your time playing stupid music and making weird music, you know, whatever. Because they didn't see the big picture. In life, there's gonna be people that do not see the big picture. And that is okay. It's important to not give up just because somebody else does not see the big picture when you can. And even if you don't see the big picture yet, because there's a lot of people that start just for fun without the expectation of it being so big. But do not let anybody discourage you from achieving your dreams, achieving what you want to do. And for this band, like, you listen to the music, this was probably 2003, 2004 when they started playing. Actually, the video was shot, and it was just in their college dorm or college campus. It was probably weird, you know. People at that time didn't expect that. It was probably weird, but they had fun with it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the beginning of a beautiful story. And that is why sometimes in life you just gotta go with it and have fun, and don't let anybody discourage you. That's it. That is it. Alright, so what are we seeing here, guys? What are we seeing here? We're retesting it. Obviously, we're retesting it. But my question is, are we going to go down or are we going to go up? Well, the VWAP is up here, and you can tell it's rejecting right off the VWAP. So we could either do two things. We could either be in this moment right here, just like it was right here, right? And it's wanting to retest this level of the fair value gap. Do a liquidity grab and shoot back up. Or we could be expecting a little bit of a downtrend. see what we're looking at. You don't want to see my face anymore that big, so I'll just bring it down. What a beautiful day, mate. I'll be right back. I'm back. snap. Pondering because I'm seeing what it is doing. I'm trying to see what it's doing here. I honestly think it's gonna retest that Fair Valley gap. I said earlier it might retest this. It might just retest this and then push back up. If I see something like this, then what I would do is that I'll buy in after at least seeing a variation pattern. So I'll buy in right there if it does the exact same thing here. But I gotta be very careful as now versus here, for example, the the VWAP was on the bullish side, but now we're inkling for the VWAP in the bearish side. So we gotta see where it goes, essentially. We must see where it goes. Nothing here, so I can close that. Nothing here so far. See. Nothing here. Okay. Nothing. Well, this week's been kind of slow for me, at least in Asia market zone, which I'm trading. But that's all right. That is okay. As long as you don't make a rash decision or a rash move, that's what I'm hoping to show with this, is that I can trade and I don't have to make a rash move. Capiche? I can trade and be patient. I can trade and be persistent. And I can trade and be confident. I call it the PPC rule: patience, persistency, and confidence. Trademarked by Richard. I'm kidding. It's not trademarked. It should be. There you go. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna give myself an extra 20 minutes here, and if nothing happens, then I think that's it for me in the for me right now, because I'm not gonna be staring at a screen all day. That's another thing to learn. You don't want to be staring at the screen all day. Not worth it. There's always going to be other days. There's always going to be other times to do it. There will be always other days. Of course. This girl that I was just watching on Instagram, she's making fun of day traders. She's like making this video about how day traders talk, kind of like, and I kind of see her point of making fun of it. There's a lot of scam courses. Like there will be guys that rent out a Lamborghini and get a fake Rolex, and then they'll just pose in there and say stuff like, "This was me 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was broke and homeless. I was in the streets. I was living off ramen noodles, you know. I was living off ramen noodles and eggs." Which in my case, I was doing that 9 years ago, 8 years ago. I was in that point. But besides that, they'll be like, "Oh, a year ago I was doing a 2 year, 2 years, doesn't matter. The point is, a year ago I was doing this. I was living homeless. I was broke. You know, I was living off ramen noodles and eggs. But look at me now. I got this Rolex. I got a Lambo. I got an Audi. I got all these cars. Buy my course and you could be successful and you could be rich like me. When you hear somebody who's just plain and bland like that, let me tell you, that's a sales pitch. 1,000% that's a sales pitch. And there are some sales pitches that you cannot trust. Yeah, sure, there's people out there. For example, I did buy a course from a guy, but he had proof. He had backing. He showed the journal. For example, this journal that I had right here. These journals, you simply, you put in trades or you automatically sync it. He showed proof of that. He would make sure, like, for example, because there's people that could be like, oh, well, he manually typed it in. Well, that could be true in some people, but he would show exactly his other account, which is the prop firm, and the results from there, because people would be like, oh, I think you could be faking that, or you could just be manually putting in your information. And he's like, all right, for all those people BSing and complaining about what I'm supposedly lying about, here's the proof. Here's X amount, I made 46,000, and he would show the backing within the prop firm itself of how much he had made. So there's people like that you gotta like be more trusting, I guess, and be like, all right, this guy knows what he's talking about, right? And then in that case, you'll be able to actually take the course and learn from that person, like I did. But there's these other people that are like, they just don't show the backing. They don't show their journals. They won't show their statements. And they'll just sell you this Bugatti pixie dust. Hoping to get that 1% of people that are like, wow, you're right. Here you go. Here's the money. Show me how to be like you. And then foolishly, they believe in them. And then they buy the course thinking that they're going to be rich just because they bought the $2,000, $3,000 course. And they're going to be like them. It's not like that, It's not going to happen like that. Find yourself somebody that you can learn to trade with. I'm not in the position to teach anybody. I myself am learning. But there's a few people that I could recommend if you guys are interested. Well, there's really only 2 people that I could recommend about learning. One has more video courses, even though I believe his price was a bit high. It's the one I bought, but it did lead me in the right direction. But at the same time, everybody puts their own price. It's like a surgeon. Time is money. So it is what it is, but it did help me get my foot in the door, and get my eye opening. So that's one. And there's another one that teaches strategy, but he focuses on mentality and psychology a lot more. I didn't get to buy his course because, it is what it is. But he is somebody that I would trust more. Because once you not trust more, I trust both of them. Let me correct that. I trust both of them as well and equally, and they're both really good. But I think one will have that psychology more than the other one. I'm not gonna mention names or anything like that, but it's just telling you that you have to do your research on who is better for you. For me, the one that I got is really good, and for me, that is what I needed. The rest I could learn it with time. The other one that's more psychology, just depends on the person, really. For me, I wanted to get more to strategy and more to the thing. The psychology, I'm quite good at psychology in my opinion, and learning with time. But at the same time, it just takes time, period. Everything just takes time, really. You're not gonna master it all within a day. Alright. So we're pushing down, guys. We are pushing down. What I don't want is for it to... What I don't want is this. I don't want it... I wanted to stay right here. I wanted to reject right off of this fair value gap. I wanted to grab liquidity, which it seems to be doing, and then just push up. Let me delete this because clearly that's not going to happen. So that's what I'd be wanting for it to do. I wanted to grab liquidity and just break out. Liquidity grab. Boom. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of people that just got screwed up by smart money. So essentially, we got two things. We got smart money and retail traders. Smart money, institutions, banks, large capital, market movers. All that goes into smart money. Smart money is the one that essentially moves the markets because it's such a huge amount of money. They're able to move the market. How? Well, if they take out money, the market drops. If they put in money, the market goes up. If they bet against the market going down, it pushes the market down. They bet with the market goes up. So retail traders, which is us, are the people essentially trying to mimic or follow those moves. So essentially, we're just hypothesizing on what is going to happen based on the structure that it's doing, the patterns. So essentially, it's like a doctor, right? I mean, not like a doctor. Oh yeah, I guess we're doctors. We're doctors of the market. See, we see a virus. So picture the market as a virus. It is giving you a lot of infection signs and bacteria, and you're just trying to give the correct doses and the correct medication for it, I guess you'd say, for the market. In a weird way, that's what I'm comparing it to. I know it's really weird, but you're dealing with me, so it's me. But besides that, guys, I got 10 more minutes left in me in the live, as I've been talking for a bit, and then after that I'll be going off live and seeing whatever else I want to see and do whatever else I want to do.
Attacks on Australian soil. The car.
Did you know Geico has a 97% customer satisfaction rating?
Is it weird seeing yourself on TV?
It's my job, isn't it? To let people know that Geico's more than just savings.
Certainly have our cat's attention. Whoa.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, it appears so.
Well, they just love great customer service.
Customer service. Right.
They don't get this excited for wet food. You know?
No.
Guys, he's right here.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
if you guys are wondering, why didn't I take this trade? Oh, Richie, you could have taken the trade down. Yeah, I could have taken the trade down. But there's a saying that is trade with the trend, not against the trend. Because you'll most likely end up losing. See, I could have taken this, but still, no. Is it an engulfing candle? No. So what sign is it giving me if it's not an engulfing candle that is going to go down? Nothing. Variation pattern right here. 1, 2. Now it's engulfing both. But guess what? It's already at my key level. It would be stupid if I took that, because guess what? Just as easy as it was for it to come down, as easy it would have been for it to reverse and come up. So let me take this off actually. Boom, ta-da. Now, my one thing actually about this is, okay, let's see. What if I took it? Oh, Richie, you could have taken it. You could have taken it right here. But guess what? If I would have taken it right here, yeah, I could have made money. And if I would have said, okay, halfway, like I said, it's probably gonna go halfway. I could have made money there. I would have put my stop loss probably up here. But, yeesh, that's not kind of worth it for me. I mean, it's kind of really not worth it. Or I could have been like, you know what? I'll just let it free ball. Just put stop loss, no take profit. Yeah, but at the same time, you never know. Where is the confirmation? Okay, we have a very weak bullish candle because of the rejection, right? From this value VWAP. But what else? Here it crossed. This went up, retested the fair value gap, and went back down. Didn't even touch the key level. So we didn't have our breakout plus retest rejection on the one candle or wick. We just had that. Now, could it go all the way down? Yeah, it can. Am I sad that I missed it? No, not really. Don't really care. Why? Didn't have any symbol. Didn't have any signs. I didn't have any signs that it would be, you know, didn't have confirmation. I didn't get any confluences from that. Except for probably one, which was the rejection off of the value VWAP. So, not really. Don't really care. Sometimes some weeks in the beginning is going to be slow. It's only Wednesday. I got Thursday and Friday to trade still. I got these 2 days to trade. That's okay. I'm going to add this to here with $60. All right, cool. I made $450 already for the week. 450 USD. That's probably, I don't know, guys, 450 USD to AUD. I'm going to go with I am going to go with, that is going to be 678. Ooh, 692. 692. It's not bad at all. Considering I'm not even doing no hard work. I'm not sweating. I'm enjoying. I'm talking to you guys, whoever's listening. Or if not, I'm just talking to myself. Which is still cool when you think about it. You get to talk to yourself. You get to meditate. You get to ponder about life decisions. But the point is that $692. Heck, if somebody in Australia is making $28 an hour, which is kind of the standard. Heck, let's do $29. Let's do $29 an hour, which is kind of the standard, right? Not the minimum, but kind of the normal, I guess. Divided by, actually, 692 divided by 29. That means I work 23 hours. I literally, wait, let me see. There we go. I work 23 hours. There you go. I work 23 hours without working 23 hours. Really? I've probably only worked 8 hours? Maybe? Give or take? Let me think. Yeah, I'd say 8 hours. Probably on all 8 hours. That's not bad, really. When you put it into perspective, right? 692 divided by 8 hours. I'm making $86 an hour. not bad. And this is really bad. Like when I say really bad, like yesterday, I mean not yesterday, Monday was 390. It was sad. 60 bucks a day is sad. But I'm still winning. I'm winning at life. You know. Yeah, there's dreams that I want to accomplish, and I can't accomplish that with a mere $692, but it's the start. Like I said, I've only been trading technically for 40 days. I have only been trading for 40 days. I keep so I have the journal, right, that I showed you guys in the trade syncer that syncs my trades, but I also have this beautiful journal that I write things down, old-fashioned style, and I write down as well, you know, kind of a summary instead of writing it down here, because I could write like my summaries of my trades in my journal, like what type of trade was it? It was a retest rejection. I take my notes. I have lessons. Okay, waited for persistent, PPC, patient persistency confirmation, did good. And I write down what happened, right? It's good. But besides that, then I also write here, which I forgot to write on Monday, so I'm sorry about that. But I also write there, like, the overall summary of the day. Okay, was it a good day? Yes. What happened? How do I feel? And just a summary of the lesson, really. That's it. That's it. Actually, it reminds me, I gotta write it. I'll probably end up breaking this video into 2 parts. Maybe not this one specifically, maybe another one. Maybe I'll break this one into 1 hour. And then I'll record. That's what I'll do. Once I start seeing volume pick up, then I'll press start streaming again. Alright, but besides that, see you guys later. Rad Trades here. We are seeing movement. Tune in to page part 2 for the events that take place. See you later.